It's me, your little boy, K. Samson. I have something, unique, authentic for us choosing ones today. I just remember one of, the dream and vision the Lord gave to me. That was last year when I traveled to Africa. Before, when people are talking about like witchcraft, etc., I did used to imagine all those stuff. But that day, when I had that dream, I was superly so shocked. Not that I have not dreamed about voodoo and etc. because I come from, a particular village that is so powerful with all this magic of eternity. See, from a religion in Africa called Nigeria. So when you search about Africa, you'll know what I'm talking about. So voodoo is indeed, you know, something that you particularly as a chosen, you need to pray for. Witchcraft is real, voodoo is real. You know what I'm saying? That revelation, God gave it clearly to me in the dream. Inside that dream, I saw two it was something shocking. This is why I always advise everyone around me, be careful. If you have all this tree where they use tree to cave human being. So inside that dream, I was just sitting like one place. So in my back, I saw something like these two human being that they cave with tree. I don't know how to explain this, but if okay, let me show you this. It's just like a baby like this. They cave it with what? With a wood, and they join the two together and tie it in a way like this. And tie it, they just tie it like this. And the thing was, in my back. So when I was in that dream, I use my right hand, which is hand of power. I use it to bring out the thing out. When I bring it out, I look at it. I say, what is really going on? I open it in two. Then I throw it on the ground. Then when I throw the thing on the ground, I wake up. I pray. Then I call my mom. After explaining, my mom was like, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. This is a clear revelation that God just delivered you from what? From witchcraft and voodoo. Voodoo simply means people who go for intercession, who try to use your spirit to control your spirit, to control things about you, to control you, because spiritually is more powerful than physically. People don't know this. So this is why you should be careful. So when I wake up, I was just like, what is really going on? So my brothers, my sisters, we have to be watchful. We have to be careful. Because there was something that happened before I do what I had this dream. You know what I'm saying? There is a particular person that come into my place that day. After everything, I take what they bring, I take it. I did not even, eat it, do nothing. I take it. And everybody we were expecting me to take the thing and share it among them. I take it instantly and put it inside with that dustbin. At that the same week, I had this dream. Imagine if I'm that kind of person who is so busy to test everything that people bring. Sometimes we have to be careful because some people just want to be manipulating you. Because once they are capable to capture you with that voodoo or with that spiritual witchcraft of them, it's very, very what bad. So you have to be watchful, bro. That is why we have a lot of people today who are being manipulated, used, control, etc. But trust me, voodoo is what is real. is real. Witchcraft is real. All this dramatic stuff is absolutely real due to people who have not yet encountered them or who have not lived in an environment where they see them we think it's a joke. So you have to be careful. That is why the Bible says, be wise as a serpent and be harmless as a dove. Don't let nobody they make you feel like voodoo is not real. But all I'm telling you here is that everything that the enemy are trying to use, either to cage you directly, spiritually, mentally, financially, God is going to break them. Because let me tell you, there are some people who will do voodoo for you. You will be walking, they will be eating. You got what I'm saying? You will just be walking like like an elephant. They will be eating like elephant. You will be eating like ant. This is how dangerous it is. And when you marry these categories of people or you are in a relationship with them, they can easily use this voodoo of a thing to destroy even your own family. That you won't be able to notice that you won't even notice anything concerning your family again. You won't be able to identify it, or you won't be able to know whether your own mother, your own parents, your own siblings, whether they exist. Anything they just say through that voodoo, that is what you will do. You will just be lavishing on them while your own people will be up there suffering. So we have to be mindful. And this is why it's very necessary before you encounter people, you come into the life of people, be mindful. Research. Today, relationship and marriage, many of us don't go deeper to go and search why some marriages are being destroyed, because we are marrying with strangers. Because imagine if you marry a woman that her mom used a voodoo to capture her or her husband. You got to understand that the daughter will still possess that spirit. It does not matter how pretend or what it may cost. The daughter will still have that. Exactly with the man. If you marry a man that used voodoo to capture a lady and win her heart, you got to understand that out of 3 to 4 of his sons will still possess that spirit. This is how dangerous it is. So we have to be careful, because some people are using it every day. Even sometimes, in years back, there was one guy that I work with, a Gambia guy. So this guy will tell me a word. He said, "Do you know that I can be working with you and I can manipulate you to be talking with your master, ranting with the master, speaking all kinds of words with the master with what? With my eyes. I will be manipulating you, using you, controlling you. Before you know, because of the manipulation through my eyes, you will lose the job, or you will just lost the job." I was just like, what is going on? I asked him a question. I said, what benefit will you get in doing this? He said, no benefit, but I just want to to destroy that person. Meaning that he will use his spiritual evil eyes. You will just, a little misunderstanding, you will just be ranting, shouting, either cursing your master that will lead you to lose your job. What happened that day? We were having misunderstanding with our that was something like year 2019. So there's something that happened. So this guy was just, after everything get quenched, this guy just come to me, said, do you know that I am the one that caused that? I said, well, how? I said, he was just boldly saying it. I look at it, I said, you will lose that job. He was just looking at me. Within a month, he was still pursued out. Because let me tell you, some people are so evil. Witchcraft is real, manipulation is real, spell of distraction is real. So if you have not seen it, don't blame people who have encountered it. This is why you should be what? You should be spiritually, mentally what? Alert spiritually. Because people are so wicked these days that you can't be able to dictate what they are capable of doing. The heart of men are so filled with evil. Be careful. Voodoo is real. But all my prayer is that the Lord will do what will deliver us and save us. This is how a lot of people enter into a wrong marriages. Because some people are being manipulated. One day I was stroking on my YouTube comment. One guy dropped a comment. He said, "Be careful, because they are trying to manipulate people into your life to destroy you," which I have already figured out. So we have to be careful. We have to be mindful. We have to be watchful. We have to be watchful. Because a lot of divorces today are going higher, and some people are like, the man is the fault, this one is the fault. 99, let me say 55% of divorces are caused by this called spell of voodoo. They will just manipulate wrong people into your life. Before 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, the spell will just disappear. The voodoo will just disappear. The person will not even love you the way he used to, because they manipulate them into your life just to make sure they cost you damages in futures to come. This is why we should pray. This is why we should be alert. This is why we should be, vulnerable to the Lord in all. This is why we should put God first in all we do. Because trust me, the enemies are ruling absolutely every day, looking just for whom to destroy with their evil spells. Remain blessed.